I'm Steph Hodge with Board Game Geek here with Peter Mermack with CGE, and we are looking at Adrenaline Team Play DLC.
Yeah.
And this is an expansion.
It is expansion for Adrenaline.
Oh, cool. So, are we playing in teams?
Yes, it is a possibility.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, it's a possibility, but not necessary thing to do.
Okay.
Because in Adrenaline, you run around and shooting each other, and every player played just for himself.
Okay.
And even when we were doing original Adrenaline, we had in mind, because it's kind of inspired by first-person shooters from computers.
Oh yeah.
And team games in those games are really popular. So we had in mind from the very beginning that we will do eventually some team play variant of the game, and we did it now.
Excellent.
But even if you are not that much into team play and you would like to play just spiced version of Adrenaline, it is possible, because we did this part of the expansion. It adds some unique things for every single character. Every single character which is in the game. In original game there are 5 of them.
Okay.
And here we have 6.
Oh, a 6-player.
Yeah. Because we need that for 3 versus 3.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So and each of them has unique ability. Like this one, she has ammo hack, and this one, for example, then she has mind control.
Oh, that's so cool.
So they are very unique and very different things they can do. You have this special ability from the very beginning of the game, even if you play deathmatch. And you have one of those 2 cards preloaded for every single character. You will use one of them in every single game. And this will come preloaded, which means that you have something
you can immediately
use it.
Yes.
So you do not need to run around, grab weapons, load it, and then eventually shoot it. So the game is even faster. Original Adrenaline is even faster with this expansion, even without team play.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so can you play just 6 players regular?
Yes.
Okay, very cool.
Yes. And every single player has his own unique ability.
Own unique ability. So
Yeah.
you choose only one of your 2 cards.
Yeah, it can be randomly chosen, or you can choose. It depends how you prefer.
I want to choose my weapon.
Okay. I understand that. And those weapons, they are done really special way that they kind of correlate or use the special ability somehow. Like this is mind control. So at the end of every round you can give this token to someone, which means that you can then later somehow manipulate with them. And to manipulating, you are actually using those weapons.
Oh,
Okay, this is Mastermind. With Puppet Master, for example.
Okay, so you need the token in order to do that.
Yeah, exactly. So they kind of work together.
Gotcha, and then everybody has something else that's a little different.
Exactly. There is one thing we found that when you are playing, it's really cool to say, okay, I'm using Puppet Master and so on. And even in base game, we had these additional things you can do with weapons. But we had the names only in manual, in weapon manual.
Oh, so now they're on the card.
Now they are on the cards.
Excellent.
But in the end, we found that okay, it's really nice, but it's pity that it's not in the base game cards also. So we did this bonus, basically all new cards, same as in the base game, but with the names on them.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And we give them as a bonus when somebody will buy it from us. They will be available later from BGG and so on.
Okay, perfect.
So that is just the part if you do not want to play team play.
Okay.
But if you want to play team play, you will need also those things.
Extra stuff.
You will need characters, but also this extra stuff.
Got it. Yes.
Then it will be 2 teams, white against the black ones. Okay. They are working as a snaps, so you put your character inside, and maybe
it's gonna go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It works. And then she is playing for the white team, and how this is played is always 3 characters versus 3 characters. Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
But on each side, for each team, there can be 1, 2, or 3 players. So it can be just 2-player version of Adrenaline.
Okay, sure.
Or up to 6 players.
Got it. So
And
just 2 teams, and you divide evenly.
yeah.
Pick your best teammates.
Yeah, something like that. And a really important part of this team play is how these characters works together.
Okay.
Because in team play, we needed to kind of adjust how things works. So instead of the 2 actions in every round with every character, you have just 1 action.
Oh. So
And
you really gotta
now this action is only either move and grab something
Okay.
or shoot.
Oh,
Okay.
got it.
So, or you can unlock adrenaline actions and do more powerful ones. But these are the
But
base ones.
everybody on your team will get 1 action?
Exactly.
Okay.
So the cooperation between characters is
Important, yeah.
really, really important.
Yes.
And for the team variant, we have drafting of characters. That every single character will appear at the beginning of the game with 1 random weapon, and then you will draft the characters based on how do you think that they will work together with those specific set of weapons. Okay.
Yes.
Of course, it is possible to draw more weapons during the game, but this is kind of important thing.
Yes.
And there is one completely new mechanic in the game, and it's actually also in the part where you do not play with team play, and that's Adrenaline Rush,
Okay.
which means for that every single character has this additional cardboard piece, but to use it, you need to take your board, and every time you want to use this Adrenaline Rush, you will just move it by 1. Okay, so it will be easier to actually kill you for others. But
so like-
doing that Adrenaline Rush action will allow you to do more things in shorter time
Okay.
and more powerful things.
Yeah, you want to do that.
Yeah, and some cards, like this one, for example, they even say that you have to do Adrenaline Rush
Right away.
to actually
Do the action.
do the action.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need that adrenaline rush.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Very cool.
And for team play, the things like how these tokens are distributed, damage tokens are distributed between players, they work slightly differently than in original game.
Okay.
Because original scoring is not as interesting in this version as in original game, so this works slightly different. But to make it more interesting, we add this damage buffer. So instead of directly inflicting damage to specific characters, you will just put it here, and only when it is filled at the end of the round with at least 6 of them, they will actually move to specific people and make the final damage, kill them or whatever.
I got you. Okay, that's cool.
And based on one of those will be in a game you will be playing, and if you will have 3 different colors here, at the end of the round, you will get 2 points. If you will have only 2 of them, you will get 2 points and 1 healing of Adrenaline Rush.
Oh, good. Yeah.
If you manage to have only 1 of them, you will have some extra cubes you can use for reloading
yes.
and weapons and everything.
Very good.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's basically what this expansion is about.
And how much is this one?
To be honest,
It's available now.
it's available now, and I believe it's 25.
45. $45.
Never mind.
It's all good.
I don't remember.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, thank you so much for coming on the show and showing us, Peter.
Yeah. Yep.